Hey there YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a quick and easy recipe for fried rice. What you're going to need is about half a clove of garlic, an onion, I normally like to stick mine in the freezer beforehand so that I don't cry, 1 or 2 cups of rice, your preference, 6 or 7 eggs, meat of your choice, I'm using Spam, shrimp, peas and carrots, a type of soy sauce, preferably Kikkoman, and pepper. Salt is optional, but since I'm using Spam, which is already pretty salty. So I'm going to be running the shrimp under a little bit of warm water so that it can thaw out a bit since it just came from the freezer. Now I'm laying down a paper towel so that I can easily get rid of the trash later on, the trash being the little skin that I peel off of the garlic and the onions. And I'm only going to be using half a clove because I don't want to overwhelm the fried rice too much with flavor, because that's a lot of the flavor is going to be coming from the meat and the pepper and the soy sauce. So yeah. What I'm doing is I'm mashing the garlic with the knife so that it's easier to peel the skin off. Next you're going to want to peel the skin off of the onion and chop the ends off. Then you're going to chop it in half and into quarters, although it really doesn't matter because you're going to be using a chopper to chop it up anyways. Once that's all done, you can put that aside into a bowl because you're going to be using it later. Next you're going to peel the shrimp, and you're going to be cutting them into thirds or quarters depending on your preference. And afterwards you can just stick that in along with the garlic and onions. Next you're going to be cracking some eggs and sticking them in a bowl. I'm using about 6 or 7. You can use more or less depending on how many eggs, how much you want. Pouring a little bit of milk and then mixing it up. Next you want to chop up the meat of your choice. I'm using Spam just because it's the quick and easy choice. You want to cut them into nice big chunks, and you can set that aside for later. Afterwards you can start heating up your stove and putting some oil in it. And the first thing that you're going to put in is the garlic, onions, and the shrimp. And once the shrimp is a little bit pinkish, not fully cooked, you're going to want to set that aside for later. Up next you add a little bit more oil and then you pour in about half of your mixture of eggs. Afterwards you wait a bit until it's about fully cooked, then you set it to the side. And you then proceed to pour the rest of the mixture in. After that's all set, you can begin cutting up the eggs a bit so that they become little tiny chunks and can mix in well with the rice. Once it's cooked, you stick the rice in. I had left mine in the refrigerator for about a day because the drier the rice is, the easier it is to fry. Then you're going to want to add about 1.5 to 2 ladles of soy sauce. This is to add flavor and a little bit of brown color to your rice. It also helps to make it a little bit easier to break down, a bit softer. Then you're going to want to add your meat, and finally the shrimp, onions, and garlic that you had made previously. You want to season it with a little bit of pepper, and finally add I'm using about half a bag of peas and carrots just to add a little bit more variety, some vegetables, make it a little bit healthy, and also to add some color to the meal. Afterwards you mix it all up and Just let it cook for a couple minutes, and there you have it. Quick, simple recipe for fried rice. Thanks for watching.